I was a curious child, but unfortunately, I remained a curious adult. And in a world of hyperspecialization, curiosity is not an asset. But if curiosity killed a cat, then meow meow, bitch, I'm fucking dead because I be curious. This curiosity shaped much of my early 20s. Like when I tried writing a TV show after watching Fleabag. I had a great idea for a story. Good plot, good jokes, multi layered characters. I was kinda slaying. Could I be the next Phoebe Waller Bridge? My delusional self said, yes. But as I started writing the major plot points and characters and the character arcs they go through, the ending, the climax, etc., etc., I still had 80% of the story to write, and I couldn't come up with anything. On top of that, the story that I did end up creating was just Fleabag with a different accent. Yes, father. Or, yes, daddy. I also tried photography, graphic design, more writing, YouTube like 7 times, and many, many other things. Ultimately, I gave up on every single thing that I tried. Some I gave up because it was too hard, some I gave up because I wasn't good at it, some I gave up because it was not enjoyable to me, some I gave up because the success didn't come at a pace where I was comfortable with. Ultimately, the reasons don't matter. What matters is that all this trying and getting nowhere was making me feel like an absolute failure. Something needed to change. Because at 24, I had gotten older but not grown at all. Now at 26, I have the wisdom to know that you never really feel grown up. You just kind of get older and end up trying grown up things, like divorce and lamb. But at 24, I hadn't figured that out. The only thing that I figured out was travel, hiking, and queer lingo. Yas, slay, period. This knowledge was not sufficient for me to get through life. My life was nowhere close to where I wanted it to be, and my peers were starting to have careers, and I hadn't even figured out what I wanted to do. Bitch, I needed to grow up. My fuck it and YOLO era needed to come to an end. Life couldn't just be going to Japan, eating sushi, raw fish, and rice. I had to come back to America and eat American food, like American sushi, and American fish, and American rice, which I think is just Adderall. So I decided, fuck figuring things out, fuck passion, the meaning of life is monetary. If Lana Del Rey says money is the anthem of success, everybody knows that it's a fact. Kiss, kiss! I'm gonna take it at face value and not feed value. Okay. We make jokes here, they're not all gonna hit. Calm down. Maybe Disneyland is the happiest place on earth because people can afford the damn ticket. I had to find out. So I asked our technological overlord, what is the safest degree I can get that is going to result in me having a lot of money without spending a lot of time? And it was, of course, computer science. The computer said computer science. I was to be a coder, baby. Did I enjoy coding? Absolutely not. You discussing what the fuck? But it was my ticket to get rich. And by rich, I mean the upper middle class. I was gonna be able to afford a house at least 60 miles away from the city. I was gonna order organic tomatoes and mark it as organic tomatoes at checkout, at least occasionally. I was gonna get sushi and not still have to order a burger afterwards. I could picture the good life. This was it. And I started studying, bitch. Java, Python, C++, data structures, SQL, AWS, BDSM, LSD, on my way to become your standard software engineer. And I had become really, really good at coding. And if I'm honest, I was terrible. But somehow I did land an internship at the top 20 largest company where I got a lot of validation on my skills from my team and my manager, so maybe I wasn't so bad after all. It even looked like they were going to hire me. But sadly, it didn't work out that way because the tech market had gotten down the toilet. But it is AI powered. Ooh. At this point, I've spent considerable amount of time solving coding problems, building projects, hundreds of lead codes, and trying to find a job. And I'm 6 months away from graduating, at which point I will be 27. And I realized to be a software engineering in today's job market, I need to do even more. And I came to a point where I just couldn't. I don't want to do a single more lead code. I don't want to learn about frameworks, no React, no Azure. I don't want to learn about anything. And I don't want to learn about a fucking I. I don't. I had reached my limit. So, I gave up. Another failure. Giving up one more time. And this time, I'd spend years on something. But for some reason, This time, I felt completely fine. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not a completely radical decision. I am still going to finish my degree and I'm gonna get a job, just not software engineering. But for the past 2.5 years, I've been trying to pursue software engineering, and now I'm just giving up. Don't roll your eyes when I say this, but I've realized that when you want to do something very difficult, you do need passion. The passion can be career, money, family, survival, etc., etc., but you do need some form of passion. And I thought I ventured into this path because I was passionate about money or success, but it wasn't that. I did it because of fear. I was fearful of falling behind and never catching up. Well, my fear came true. Because at 24, I felt like I was falling behind. I felt the need to catch up. But now I am behind. No, I'm way behind. I'm like the last person in the human centipede train. I've never really watched that movie. I think it's horror and I'm not into that type of shit. But hopefully this made sense. The point is, people are so ahead of me that they're not even in my peripheral now. I don't need to catch up because I can't. They're simply too far. And that knowledge and acceptance was liberating. Because if I can catch up to them, maybe I'll explore the forest nearby. Maybe I'll stop by to pet a cat on the street. Maybe I'll just sort of take the train to a new neighborhood. Maybe I'll do more hiking and learn more queer lingos like brot. See, I couldn't catch up. All my projects and my endeavors failed, and I didn't make it. My life didn't end. And I was stupid to wait for it to begin when I'm in the middle of it. Maybe that's what Human Centipede is about. Being in the middle of life. On a serious note, these are my feelings these days. I don't remain lost anymore. I know where I'm going at the moment, and I can change it at any time. I don't have to stay hostage to my decisions and efforts, and I don't need permission from success to feel good about myself. I hope I can do things in spite of fear, and I hope I give up the things I do because of fear. And the art of giving up is having the courage to change your life at any given moment.